Okay, so let's continue with subject number 3, the main elements in a SMS, Safety Management System. Okay, learning objective. After completion of this part, you should have a basic understanding of how a SMS system is built up, ship or shore, which elements should as a minimum be included. Okay, the main shipboard safety management manual, the main shipboard safety management manual should describe functions and procedures for ship operations, maintenance, administration, to ensure that adequate and continuous control is exercised for key shipboard operations concerning safety, quality, pollution, prevention. So this is an example of a main shipboard manual. So during our activities, so naghingi kayo ng mga SMS manual mula sa mga kilala niyong mga seaman. So usually ganito yan. This is an example. So I know na nakita nyo na yung mga SMS manuals on board dahil nagpadala yung mga kakilala nyo sa inyo. Okay, so example of manual overview. So the main shipboard safety management manual, there are different procedures in the manual. So makikita nyo doon kung paano mag-start ng main engine, how to ano bang mga permits and procedures, mga work permits, may mga sample doon, may mga doon. Usually every time may trabaho tayo, pupunta tayo sa SMS manual natin sa barko, magpiprint tayo ng mga procedures, magpiprint tayo ng mga print tayo ng mga permit, and then gagawin natin yung mga nakasulat doon, is-check natin, may mga checklist. So maraming mga bagay-bagay na sa SMS natin makukuha yung mga information. And then kailangan din every time may trabaho tayong ginagawa, meron din tayong documentation ng tawag doon. Kung sa lupa pa, documentation. Kailangan may mga permits ka, may mga checklist ka na sinusunod, and then pina-file mo yun. Hindi mo yun dapat mo yung i-file, wag mo yung itapon. Okay? So company objectives and policy, the ISM requirements. The company shall establish a safety and environmental protection policy which describes how the company's objectives will be achieved. The company shall ensure that the policy is implemented and maintained at all levels of the organization, both ship-based and shore-based. Okay. So this is a sample of a shipboard organization chart. So the highest in command is the master, and then wala na tong radio officer sa ngayon. Wala na radio officer kasi yung trabaho ng radio officer nagagampanan na ng mga nautical officers natin. So and then sa ibaba ng master meron din chief officer and chief engineer. So si chief officer may mga tao siya sa ibaba, which are the second officer and third officer, and the junior officer kung meron. And then nasa kanya din yung bosun and the ratings sa under din kay chief officer. And then cargo engineer under din kay chief officer. Minsan cargo engineer yung tawag nila, but kadalasan na tinatawag sa barko is pumpman. Okay? So sa kabilang side naman, sa engineering side, meron tayong chief engineer. So yung cargo engineer natin is na under kay chief engineer and under din kay chief officer. So yung nagbibigay ng trabaho talaga kay pumpman is the chief officer, but meron ding jurisdiction sa chief engineer sa kanya kasi siya yung chief ng mga engineer. And then we also have the first assistant engineer or the second engineer and the third engineer and fourth engineer under chief engineer too. Okay, so the ISM requirements, the company shall carry out internal safety audits to verify whether safety and pollution prevention activities comply with the SMS. So kailangan meron tayong internal safety audits. So yung mga tao natin or yung mga tao sa office, isasampa sila ng barko, magkakaroon ng audit, and then i-verify nila kung safe ba, na-apply ba yung safety and pollution prevention activities ng ating SMS. Okay, accident on board. Kung may mangyaring accident, o kahit hindi accident, kahit yung tinatawag nila na near miss or muntik nang nangyari, so kailangan meron tayong accident report or near miss reporting dyan. And then yung mga reports na yan, pinapadala dun sa office, and then yung office naman is magbibigay ng feedback sa vessel. Kung ano sa tingin nila yung possible na gawin, or and then after that, pag yung office is nakatanggap ng isang near miss o isang accident na nangyari sa isang barko nila, pwede nila yung ipadala, or yung report na yun is pwede nilang isend sa lahat ng mga barko nila, sa whole fleet nila. Bakit? Kasi minsan yung aksidente sa kabilang barko is pwedeng mangyari din sa barko mo. So kailangan matuto ka sa mga mali ng iba para hindi yun mangyari sa iyo or sa barko mo. Ganun yun. So safety first. So the safety is for the whole fleet, hindi lang sa isang barko. So sa lahat ng barko pwedeng makinabang dyan sa mga accident reports na yan, or near miss, or non-conformity. Okay, so the actual audit process requirement. So the office, meron tayong safety system sa deck, engine room, merong external audit mula sa DNV, marami kasi yan, DNV, merong ano ba yung, basta marami silang mga pwedeng gumawa ng audit. Okay, for example, the basis for carrying out the audit, so organizational changes, new tonnage, new personnel, reported deficiencies including class and statutory surveys, and port state inspections, routine checks, and surveys. So sa pag sumampa or yung barko mo is dumaan ng Amerika, syempre meron doon yung US port control or port state control. Port state, may magkakaroon doon ng mga port state inspection. So part na rin yun ng isang audit. So familiarization program. So pag sampa mo ng barko, for example, port engineer ka, sampa ka na as port engineer, so magkakaroon ng handover note, or may yung mga ginawa ng previous port engineer mo is yung mga ginawa niya, may mga technical or mga mechanical siyang ginawa. So yan, lahat ng ginawa niya and lahat ng problema sa barko, lahat ng nalaman niyang mga mali is pwede niyang ilagay sa handover notes para hindi ka mahirapan pag pinalitan mo na siya. So meron tayong change of command, safety tour when joining. So change of command, so for example, port engineer, papalitan ng bagong port engineer, so magkakaroon ng handover note, bibigyan ka ng handover note, and then itutour ka sa buong machineries niya. And then safety tour when joining, meron ding officer na sasamahan ka, itutour ka sa buong barko para malaman mo yung mga safety exits, yung mga kung saan yung mga compartments, saan yung mga dangerous na mga lugar, at kahit yung mga kabina, yung mga, para alam mo yung, or pag may emergency, alam mo kung saan ka tatakbo. Okay? Task instructions, specific duty instructions, handover notes, and overlapping. So yung overlapping, yun yung parang kailangan, for example, more than 4 hours kayong magsama or isang dutyhan kayong magsama ng karelyebo mo or kapalitan mo, diba? Or pag bababa ka na, samahan mo muna ng isang araw yung papalit sa'yo para maturuan mo or mag-guide mo siya sa mga usual na ginagawa nyo sa barko. Okay, so let's continue with part 2. Okay, so for example, change of master. So change of master, the master shall prepare a handover note in order to pass over vital information to the new master taking command. This record should include as a minimum cargo on board and port of loading and discharge, cargo conditions, stability conditions, schedules, dangerous cargo, voyage planning, ship's characteristics, equipment, maintenance, ship's charter party, and all related information. So lahat na pwede mong ilagay mo na dun sa inyong handover note. So the relieving master will take over the responsibility that all stocks are correct as accounted. The change of master must be indicated in the deck logbook as required by the law, and the information in the handover note should be short and concise in order to give the relief master a quick overview of the situation. So lahat ng mga tanong ng master, kailangan mo ring sagutin para meron siyang overview kung ano nang nangyayari sa barko bago niya kunin. Kasi pag nagduda siya or baka ayaw niyang tanggapin, ikaw din yung mahihirapan kasi baka di ka makauwi. Okay, familiarization program. So the company shall establish procedures to ensure that new personnel and personnel transferred to a new assignments related to safety and protection of the environment are given proper familiarization with their duties. So instructions that are essential to be provided prior to sailing should be identified, documented, and given. So training. So meron tayong training manual. So the company shall establish and maintain procedures for identifying any training that may be required in support of the SMS and ensure that such training is provided for all personnel concerned. So usually naman, yung training na yan is ginagawa or binibigay yan ng company. Usually, yung mga training na pwede mong gawin sa lupa is binibigay ng company bago ka sumampa. Okay? So click the manual to see an example. So for example, this is firefighting. So yung firefighting naman, di mo pwede i-train sa loob ng barko kasi maglagay ka ng apoy doon, delikado yon, di ba? So usually sa lupa yan. So mag-training ka muna ng firefighting bago ka sumampa ng barko. So that is part of that is a requirement to support the SMS naman. Hazardous operation at work. So this is a checklist. So at least meron kayo idea. This is a hot work checklist. Every time may gagawin kang mga trabaho na magkakaroon ng spark or there possibility na umapoy, or for example welding, may mga apoy yan, may mga mainit na magkakaroon ng init, and then so kailangan kuha ka muna ng hot work checklist and then gawin mo muna itong checklist na ito bago ka mag-start. So makikita mo naman, number 1, if applicable, has the area been checked to be gas-free? So kailangan gas-free siya, wala siyang mga combustible materials, or pag i-check mo ng oxygen, tama yung oxygen niya, hindi mataas, hindi mababa. Okay? So kailangan mong gawin yung mga checklist na yan. Pag may isa dyan sa mga checklist na yan na hindi mo kayang i-check or i-yes, magno-no ka, so hindi mo itutuloy yung hot work mo kasi hindi siya nakapasa sa requirement. So have electric or gas welding equipment been checked for proper function? Yes. So pag no yan, huwag mo munang gawin yung gagawin mong welding kasi hindi mo pala na-check yung kung gumagana siya, di ba? So this is just an example. Usually pag hot work checklist, medyo mahaba yan. 2 pages yung iba. So non-conformities or accidents and hazardous occurrences. The SMS shall include procedures ensuring that non-conformities, accidents, and hazardous situations are reported to the company, investigated, and analyzed with the objectives of improving safety and pollution prevention. So this is an example of reporting communication ship or ashore. So from the master, syempre magmi-meeting yan chief engineer, chief officer, or master, and then kung ano yung napag-meetingan nila, yung i-report nila dun sa OPS, sa safety manager, and sa manning. Pag may problema sa crew manager ka pumunta. Pag may problema sa operation, dun ka sa operations superintendent. Pag technical naman, si chief engineer pwedeng mag-report sa technical superintendent. And then yung mga operations naman, technical and manning, is magre-report naman sila direct sa management director. So walang bypass dyan, hindi pwede yung master diretso sa management director, managing director, di ba? Hindi pwede. Kailangan dumaan siya sa mga ang tawag doon, mga galamay. So, essential items and functions. Maintenance of ship conditions. So, kailangan meron tayong maintenance sa hull, sa machinery, deck equipment, safety equipment, regular inspection, assessment of conditions, records of inspection. So, kailangan may record talaga ng lahat ng maintenance and inspection na ginagawa mo. So, examples of regulations are, for mandatory regulations, meron tayong ISM code, meron tayong SOLAS, MARPOL, SCCW, and OPA 90. So, designated person. So, ano yung designated person? Sila yung okay, let's wait. So, designated person. Meron siya tayong specific yan. Yung master is dun okay, so master siya yung master magre-report din sa designated person ashore. So ano yung designated okay? So to ensure the safe operation of each ship and to provide a link between the company and those on board, every company as appropriate should designate a person or persons ashore having direct access to the highest level of management. So the responsibility and authority of the designated persons should include monitoring the safety and pollution prevention aspects of the operation of each ship and to ensure that the adequate resources and shore-based support is applied as required. So, minsan kasi yung ibang mga, pag nag-report ka dun sa technical superintendent or sa ibang superintendent is medyo may delay or baka hindi parehas yung oras nyo, but yung designated person ashore is pwede kang report sa kanya, especially pag safety and pollution prevention na yung nangyayari dun sa barko mo, emergency na talaga, mas mabilis pag sa designated person ashore ka. So, Chapter 2, Safety Training. So, ISM requirements. The company shall establish and maintain procedures to control all documents and data that are relevant to the SMS. So, documents to be retrieved and approved for adequacy by authorized personnel. Revisions to be approved by authorized personnel, and a control procedure to identify the current revision of documents to be established. So, that's it.